Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? I want to update you guys on what the hell is going on, and we are pretty much done with the fixing of the texture things. Now I just made a new folder in here. I called it backgrounds. I'm pretty damn sure. Yeah, here we go. So I just included from 1 to 12. I made a backgrounds txt with all of the backgrounds in it. Okay, and my idea is that we're gonna keep that open. We're gonna go into stage.h. So stage is gonna keep all the backgrounds. Oh, whoops, my nose just killed me there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a D array of texture, just like we did before, textures. We'll call it background textures. Now for us it's important to, because stage is not really a texture, so we have to call it background texture so we know what the hell's going on, and then we'll call it, we'll make a static, then we'll say static int number of backgrounds, and then what else do we do? We say we'll make a static void init textures, because we might have more stuff in here later. So we'll just do this, copy all of this, go up into stage, and then right here static. Okay, and then boom, let me copy this. Since I'm lazy, I always copy paste it, like all different types of stuff. You might also want to do that because it saves a bunch of time. That's all we need to do. And then for some reason this isn't working. Oh wait, that was the reason. Not too difficult. So let me go into game, or just anyone actually, like power up dot no player.h, no, not h, player.cpp is what I want, and just copy one of the player. Might have been a dumb thing to do right here. Let's just do this, copy that, go into stage, paste it, and then let's see where the folder's at. It's at textures backgrounds. So what I'm gonna do first of all is I'm gonna open up a if stream in std, obviously, and I'll say in.open backgrounds.txt. Alright, I'll open that file. If in.isOpen, then we'll do a bunch of stuff, and then we'll close in.close, like right there, and then else std cout could not open background file init textures stage, just so I know where the hell the issue is, and then a new line. Bam. Okay, so that's good. So in that close, right there, that's good. All right, so power up number, what's it called, stage number of backgrounds equals stage background textures, that's size. Perfect. And we'll just copy that there, textures. Now what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna get line, std get line, and then in, wait, how does it look? It's a new line every time, so I don't have to do get line. I can just do in, and then let's make a std string temp str, and then Okay, let me see. While get line, std get line, let's just do get line in temp str. Then we will just load from file to temp str.c string. We'll just do that, and then we will add a texture to stage, background textures, add texture temp, remove that. So while it's getting the line, let's do that, and then we'll do temp str.clear, just like that. We'll just clear it. So we'll get all the lines and then add them to background file. That seems good. That seems fine. And then we'll just close it and the number of backgrounds. Okay, that's good. So init textures. Let's go into game. Both game map maker and game, because here I might want to add some backgrounds. So this is a new stage. This is this. This is that. This is this. This is that. Boom, boom. Init view. Init textures. Okay, so init tile init textures, and then stage init textures. Do the same thing. Game map tile stage and tile. Pull it, upgrade, everything's good. Bosses we'll take care of later. So now at least I init the textures. Let me just do this, and then like that. Now I have all the textures. There we go. I have all the textures, and I want to be able to select a background. Now the background, how big is it supposed to be? Because if we go into wingman .cpp and h, just open those. I have this. I have a grid size. I need a static size for a background. Int background size, and this should always be the same, since if grid size is 50, we're always going to make tiles of 50, and this is a background size. So I think a background size should be 500, and then 500, because then we can make it evenly big, right? So 500, 500, 500, we can kind of scale it up. But as long as it's 500, we'll have a seamless kind of thing, a seamless background, because the next background has to come behind the other one. So we're gonna have to account for all that stuff. But how are we gonna do that? Well, if we first go into game, you can close wingman and wingman h. If I go into game, right here, game.h, or stage actually, because stage is gonna hold the background. I have a bunch of backgrounds. I want a D array now. So that's what's gonna happen. That's how I'm gonna handle this. D array. So as soon as a background hits a certain point, we're gonna add a new background at another position outside of the screen, and it's gonna keep going scrolling in. And as soon as that background hits a certain position, we're gonna add a new one, and we're gonna delete it as soon as it gets out of screen. So that's how I want to do it. Sprite backgrounds. So we'll do that, and I'm gonna add a new sprite to it, and it's at 0, 0, so that's good. It's at 0, 0 of the, it has to be at 0, 0 of the view, and it's gonna always be dependent on the view. Always be dependent on the view. It's gonna follow the view at all times, I guess. But the view is gonna be the scroll speed, so yeah, it will depend on the scroll speed. So that's good. Sprite. So I want to just load it once, and I want to add a bunch of copies of it. So sprite background. Okay, just call it background, and this is backgrounds. Background scrolling, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Let's just call it backgrounds. Now let's call that background. So it's interesting. So what's gonna happen as we create a stage? As we create a stage. Oh wait, this is in it textures. As we create a stage, we do all this stuff. And then the background is gonna get add tile. Alright, we need to make a function here. Update background, we need to have a set void set background constant index, I guess, index. And then we'll make this function. Where is it? It's below this. So we'll have a function called set, and we'll be able to set the background. If this, or if the index is less than 0, or index is greater or equal to this, or stage number of backgrounds, std cout. I'm not gonna throw, I'm just gonna cout. No such background in array set background stage. Let's just do that. That's good. Oh, whoops. New line. Alright, so we're good with that. We got the error check done. And then else, if that does work, what we're gonna do is this background dot set texture. Now having a sprite is bad, because having a sprite, what that does is it we can set the scale, but what we can't do is we can't set the actual rectangle, right? So it's gonna be a little issue. That's gonna be a little issue. So instead of sprite, what I might want to do is I want to set the background. How are we going to do this? I want to set it to kind of the view size, right? I just want to set it to whatever size it should be. Now I want to be able to do that. Oh, wait. I want to be able to do that in the editor. So the editor is going to decide how big the sprite is. So we'll just say rectangle shape here. Rectangle shape. Alright, and do the same thing in here. Alright, and this is going to be decided by the editor. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll still do this. Stage background textures at position index. So we'll just do that. Wait, what? Oh wait, like that. Okay, so because it's a rectangle shape, so we'll set that. But we need to set the size of these and everything. So, but this function is good. It might help us later. So we'll leave that. And then we have to make another. This is okay. We're gonna make a few functions that are gonna help us in the next video. So void set background size. Vector 2f. No wait. Float x, float width, float height. So we're just gonna do that. Take this, copy it down here. This is all for the editor. Stage, set background size. This background dot set size equals width height vector 2f. Obviously, it always takes a vector 2f. Now, I don't really have an error check for this, but what I could do that if height, if width or height, width is less than 0 or height is less than 0, then width is less than 0. Okay, then cout, okay, cout std cout wrong or error in set background size width or height too small. New line, just a little error. And I'll say width equals 500, height equals 500, because that's gonna be our least wingman background size. That's gonna be our least kind of size that we want. All right, background size, height less than background size. All right, it's gonna be too small, and then we'll just set that. Boom. All right, cool. And everything is gonna be dependent on wingman's background size, because we're gonna multiply the size of the background. That's gonna be good. So that's good. We made another function. That's nice. The video is pretty long, but this is a good setup for the next video, where we're gonna keep working on the background in the editor, and we're gonna make sure we can load the backgrounds. We can select one of them, and then we can save that file. And when we load the stage, we'll be able to get that background and kind of draw it out. So that's gonna be good. But thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye bye.